In this video, we are going to repair the CD audio for Bithead1000's PC Engine Duo RX. Okay, so we're just going to start here with opening up the console. While I'm taking apart the screws here, I'm going to show you a short little clip of what the bad CD audio sounds like, so you can watch that here.
Oh, hang on. What the hell?
All right. So, screws are out. Let's open it up, disconnect the CD lid switch. Get the lid out of the way. Okay. Disconnect our lens ribbon cables here. To remove the lens. Okay. Back in this area is where all the all the audio stuff is, basically. Let me plug this in and power it on. What I'm going to start doing first is, even though I'm pretty sure the power is, or the power, I'm plugging in the power right now. The problem is most likely not capacitors. I'm going to test some of the ones that would be causing a CD audio function failure first, just to make sure. So let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see my multimeter here. So my arms get in the way. Okay, no, that's good. Good, almost 4 volts, that's correct. And this other capacitor there, yeah, exactly the same, almost 4 volts. Let me get in here. Yep, that one's good. That one's good. Okay, it's not capacitors. I can pretty much tell by the way it sounds, too. Let me turn the power off. What I'm going to start by doing, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to start by looking at connections in between these two chips. The one I'm thinking that it's probably a bad connection to is the LC78815M here. This is where the data gets turned into, well, sound. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the video here for a moment and move my camera over to my actual workbench where I have my soldering iron. What I'm going to start doing, I'm going to actually do this the quick and easy way at first, because it might be something that I can find faster. I'm going to start by soldering or putting new solder on the pins for the chip I just mentioned, because sometimes, I'd probably say 85% of the time when there's a bad trace, just reflowing solder on it will make it start working again. Not that that's a fix, though. You got to find out which one it is and then repair it with a wire or something to fix that actual connection. Because if you just resolder it and it fixes it, generally, like within a couple days, it just stops working again. But yeah, if you don't have any diagnostic equipment, that's a good way to do it. Solder each one at a time, then turn on the system. Hear if the audio, is fixed. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, well, I'll show you what I'm doing there too. So, okay, so in the next part of this video, I'm going to have to show you with a photo what I did to repair the problem. I don't know if my memory card got full on my phone or what happened, but either way, I didn't have the video, but I've got this nice clear picture for you to look at. Basically, when I went to start soldering all the pins on the chip I was talking about, I noticed this black trace right below it that I didn't see previously. I'm pointing at it with my screwdriver there in the photo so you can see it. And down just to the left of that, you can see where I've started prepping the other area of the trace to solder in my repair wire. I scraped off some of the green coating at the top of the board to expose the conductive part to solder to. And then in this next photo, obviously that's not a real wire, but I used paint on my computer to show you where I soldered each end of the wire from the chip to the other, point on the board to fix that connection. And spoiler, this did fix the problem, which you will see in the next portion of the video. Okay, so got the case put back together. Let's go ahead and power on the unit. I got my controller plugged in, power hooked up. Let's put in a CD and try this out. Fingers crossed that that's the only problem. I hope it is. Come on, audio. There we go. Great. I'm going to do a little bit more thorough testing, but then, just to let it run for a few hours, make sure it's all good. But then, after that, if all's good, it should be finished up and ready to go. Okay, I hope that was interesting to some of you, and maybe even helpful to a few of you who'd be dealing with a, CD audio problem in the future with a duo system. Black duos normally have this problem more often. This is probably only the second time I've ever seen that trace issue on a duo R or RX system. But keep in mind with the black duos, though, you still need to double check the traces of the capacitors because that's more than often the problem. The only time I've ever seen a capacitor go bad in an R or RX system is it's been one of the larger caps, the 1000 microfarad capacitors over by the power supply or voltage regulators in the system. Normally not something to worry about, though, in the R or RX system. So that's something to keep in mind. Much more reliable with the capacitors. All right. Well, everyone, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that you've just tuned in to the 1 billionth video game channel in the giant sea of other YouTube video game-based channels. And you better believe that. With a really poor quality generic cell phone camera face! I'll see you later.